Welcome to another virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. Happy Easter, everybody. I'm Ken Scove, the founder and owner of the LA Connection. Today it's our Sunday 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time team. So if you want to follow this team, you can go to our YouTube channel, LAC Comedy on YouTube. Click on the playlist, click on 5 p.m. on Sunday, and you can see all their shows going back a year. And then if you want to go back into all the shows, you can find it going back up to about 2 years now. We've done over 300 shows, and we appreciate you guys watching us on Easter. If you have any comments, the chat is open. Feel free to make any comments. I read all the comments to the cast after the show. Let's meet the cast. All right, starting with Brian.
Hi, everyone. Happy Easter. Thanks for being here.
Shelley.
Hi, everyone.
Alex.
Hi, guys. Thanks for watching.
Isabel.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Andrea.
Hi, happy Easter.
James.
Hey, happy Easter. Thanks for tuning in.
And Carl.
Happy Easter, and the Easter Bunny told me to tell you to tune in.
Okay, well, the first game we're going to play is called Bad Auditions. So I'm going to let everybody get into character right now. Here's the deal. They've hired me to be a casting director for a new product called Eye Color. Now, what Eye Color is, it's a 1-ounce container, and on the container it has different colors that you can turn your eyes into. So all you have to do is drink this 1-ounce container of whatever color eye you'd like, and within half an hour your eye will change to that color. So that way you can match your outfit, or perhaps you want to do something scary, like on Halloween, and turn your eyes black or orange, like a pumpkin, fire red. A lot of people say, God, I wish I was born with blue eyes or green eyes or brown eyes or hazel eyes. Well, now you can change your eyes to any color you want by drinking this 1-ounce potion, well, not a potion, but liquid. And then within a half an hour, your eyes will change, and they'll stay that way for 8 hours. So you could go do a full day of work before they change back. All right, I'm going to bring out all the different people, if we can bring them all up on the screen right now. These guys are all from all around the world. What I'm going to ask you guys to do is state your name and where you're from. And again, the product is called Eye Color. I know you all got the sides on this that is improvised, but it told you what it is, a 1-ounce container that you drink right before you want to change your eyes within a half an hour. And we've got every color, chartreuse. We even have rainbow colors now. So it's very exciting. So who'd like to audition first? Okay, Shelley. Okay, I'm not sure. Do you have a nosebleed or something, Shelley, or what's up with that?
Yeah, I just had some surgery.
So you had nose surgery?
Oh, good. I stopped bleeding.
Okay.
So on my nose, and now I'm having a hard time getting my ears to pop.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
So I figured if I do this, someone suggested earplugs.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. But I'm excited about my eyes changing color. I'm sorry,
okay.
I can't hear you now.
You know, you never really said your name or where you're from. If you could state that for our camera. Can you hear me? Because if you have earplugs, then you might not be able to hear me anymore.
I can't hear you.
Okay. Take them out. Take them out. Take them out. Okay.
Oh, that's better.
All right. Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. Okay. So it's called Eye Color. Before you do the commercial, could you just state your name and where you're from for the camera?
Sure. I'm Tamalin, and I am from Austin. I'm happy to be here.
Okay. Austin, Texas.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You're kind of freezing.
You think I was at altitude?
Okay. All right. Austin's not that high up. It's not that high above sea level, so it's not the altitude. Okay.
I know. It's weird,
okay.
huh?
Yeah. Can you not pop that thing anymore, the gum? Okay. All right. So look in the camera. Okay. It's called Eye Color. Whenever you're ready.
Very excited about my eye color. I think it's actually really nice as it is. But, it's fun to change things up, and this makes it super easy. What is it? It's like is it a pill? Is it a pill?
Well, I told you, and you got the sides at the beginning with the paper. It's a 1 ounce liquid. Each one's labeled with what eye color it is. Okay, there's no pill.
Yeah.
Never was a
Yes, liquid.
Yeah.
Are you able to see my eye now?
pill. You're frozen. I don't even know where.
Will it change color?
Yeah, I don't even know. Look at I use, and also you said your eyes are perfect color. It kind of defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah, I thought it was strange too. But you know, y'all called me. So
Okay. No, actually, we didn't call you.
Is that
Your agent submitted you, and we'll probably have to take a look at who your agent is. Go ahead and you can mute and pop as much as you want. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Got a needle, I could pop her head. Okay. Somebody want to go? Okay, Carl. Okay. Is this like the James Dean biker look? What's going on here?
I mean, first off, no.
No, you're. I don't know what you're looking at, Carl. You're looking at.
I'm looking at the camera.
Well, no, your camera is.
We gotta hurry up because
Well,
I haven't.
first
I
of
have
all-
to. I have to perform at this Denny's later on. So
They actually
we
have
could just
people
hurry.
performing at Denny's. What are you singing
Well-
later? Okay.
I wouldn't describe it that way, but
Okay.
Okay.
Can
So
you-
you're saying the camera's not this way?
No, it's if you can turn more to your left.
All right,
Yeah, your
well, let me
left.
turn more
Do you
to
know
my-
which way you're? There it is. Now you're looking good. Okay.
Right
now
here.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay.
right
Now, where are you
there.
from, Carl?
Well, I mean, I prefer if my fans didn't know where I was from, so I just like to say, parts unknown.
Your
Try
fans.
to keep it simple,
Mhm.
generic. Yeah.
You're not taping
Fans
this
around
for
the world.
TikTok or YouTube right now, are you? Because this is a private audition. So if
Why would I ever do that?
that's why we were looking at the other camera, weren't you? Because you had another camera from YouTube or TikTok.
that
That
yeah,
camera
that's-
needs to be turned
no.
off.
Nah, there's no cameraman here. I don't have a cameraman going anywhere.
Okay, well, you don't need to have a cameraman. You can have a camera on a tripod. So forget about the cameraman.
yeah.
I just want to make sure you're not
That's
taping this audition, are you? Because we have not
Why would
put
I
out
ever do something like that? No, that's crazy. You guys are just making up allegations against me. You know how many allegations I've had in my career already at this point, and
Okay.
I've won every single one of them. So
Okay, that's just great. Okay, well, listen,
Yeah.
you're being very endearing that we want to cast you. You sound like you want to litigate with us already. We haven't even cast you yet. Can you just look at the camera, Carl, from wherever you are, and do the eye color commercial?
eye color is a phenomenal thing. If you want to have eyes like me, you'll love it. But you can't have eyes like me. Only I could have eyes like me. Still get the product, but you can't look like me, unfortunately. That
Okay, it kind of
sucks.
defeats
So,
the
yeah.
idea of changing your eye color when you're wearing sunglasses. You can't actually see your eyes. But
This
thank you.
isn't. These aren't sunglasses. These are
Okay.
actually my eyes.
Okay, great. Well, listen, you keep your YouTube channel or whatever channel you're up, and your fans, whatever number of followers you have.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
whatever.
mute
I
yourself
don't need this shit.
permanently. Okay. Okay. Who wants to go next? Okay, Alex. I hope you're normal. Where are you from, Alex?
Let me
No,
just
Alex,
get my.
No, Alex. No, you minimized yourself. Damn. I thought I was finally going to get someone good. Yeah. Now you're muted. Okay. Now you're muted.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm Kim Lynn. I'm of Miss Franklin, Tennessee. So yeah, like I just want to top like to get blue eyes. Pretty much you just got to be born with blue eyes.
No, that's not what you. No. You don't have to be born with any color eyes because the product eye color can change your eyes to any color you want. So it doesn't make any difference what color eyes you were born with.
I see what you're saying. Let me just write this down. Oh, I got other colors.
Okay.
Okay, so here are some different eyes.
Oh my God. Okay.
So we got yellow and pink and a green one. Oh, no, there's green. This one's orange. And if you want other ones,
Okay,
like
that's not the eyes that we're talking about. Okay, I thought Shelly was.
Oh no, I have cursive too. I didn't know how to do a cursive
Mhm.
big eye, but
Mhm. What is your education level?
I was homeschooled, so I don't know how it how it goes in to the system. But
can you actually spell the letter, not the letter, but the word I, like my eye? Can you spell that for me?
Is it not just I?
Okay. Yeah. Good enough. Okay, go ahead and mute yourself. Okay, thank you, Alex.
All right. Meow.
Okay. No,
Hello?
Alex, no,
Hello?
Alex, you didn't mute yourself. You just minimize yourself. Oh, this again.
Oh, I'm getting a call. Is that you?
No, that's not me. Go ahead and hit your mute
I'm
button.
so winning this audition.
Okay, what? No, just hit the mute. Oh my God. Okay, who's up? Andrea. Okay, you're a mime. Oh, this should be interesting. Okay, so can you mime out where you're from? From France. Okay, if you're from France. Okay, good. Okay. This might be good, so we don't have to actually hear you. Okay, all right, go ahead and do the eye color commercial. Okay. Right. Okay. Interesting interpretation. So you went from blue eyes to green eyes to multicolored eyes at the end, like a cheerleader. That's great. I bet you're that's okay. Orange too. That's good. I bet you're wonderful. Do you have pink eye? Can you get us a pink eye, like the disease of pink eye? Red eye's close enough. Red eye, the red eye back home, whatever. Good enough. Okay. Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you. You can probably wear that in the shower. Okay, thank you, Andrea. I would say mute, but you're already muted. Okay. Well, that was interesting, at least. Okay, who's up next? Okay. All right. I'm not sure. The Mandalorian. Okay,
the Mandalorian. Yep.
Okay. Where are you from, Mandalorian?
The planet Mandalore.
Okay. I'm going to go along with whatever you want. Go whenever you're ready. I've seen it all. Can't get worse.
I hope you don't mind. I've made a few modifications to the script to fit the wider galaxy. It seemed pretty limited in its scope. I wasn't sure if this works on aliens, so I went with it overall. Okay, here it goes. Now, remember, I've never done anything like this before.
Right.
I'm a former bounty hunter, kind of on the run, so trying to get whatever I can out there. So, give me a sec. You ever been on the run from the Empire? You're like trying to get out, trying to disguise yourself, hide who you truly are. This little bottle here, take a sip, changes your eye color. They'll never know the difference. Doesn't matter what species you are, doesn't matter what planet you're from. Take this bottle, take this capsule, run, get out. The Empire will never recognize you if you take this bottle, change your eye color.
Okay, well, listen, if we wanted to be, do Star Wars trilogy, Empire Strikes Back, go to a Comic-Con, go to Disneyland, that's a great idea. But we can't see your eyes. The aliens are not going to be using this. And you're a freak, okay? You're just a freak. Okay, yeah. Well, think about it. Look at yourself. You're a guy pretending you're from a planet that doesn't exist.
That's worse than getting captured by the
freaks in here.
Okay. Carl, we don't need to hear your comments, okay? Do I only have, I've got Isabel and James. Are you the only two left? I really would love to be able to cast this commercial. Okay, Isabel, are you ready to are you cold, Isabel, or are you in some sort of monastery? What's going on with you?
This is my first time actually interacting with people outside the cult, they don't like to use the word cult. Yeah, well, they don't like to use the word cult. It's organization, but amongst ourselves, we have fun calling it a cult because it's just. So I'm a little nervous. This is a lot of people that don't have hoods on, and yeah.
Wait a minute. You're a cult you're a hoodie cult.
Well, that's part of it. I mean, they sent me out here because we wanted another way to categorize. So they heard about this eye color thing and like, oh, that'd be another really good way to categorize people. And they figured maybe if I got this, then maybe we could get it for free because, you know, we haven't gotten our tax exempt status yet. And it's just been like, you know, kind of rough with money lately. So, yeah.
How did the mask mandates affect your cult? Because if you're just a hoodie cult and they force you to wear masks, that must have caused a lot of confusion.
It actually really did. Well, that actually was another reason why the eye color thing seemed like it might be good because then, you know, if the mask mandates come back, then, you know, we'll have a easier way to distinguish everybody, you know. But the masks, we just got different colored ones. So that was kind of how the color coding started in that new way. And it was, yeah, I always wore a green one, but I don't even like green. And then it became another thing because then I got in a fight with the purple and it was.
Okay, all right. I don't need to know the whole cult thing. I don't need. We know you're the cults of the hoodies. Can you at least tell me where you're from?
Alaska, Fairbanks, Alaska.
Okay, so this is a cult from Alaska. Okay. All right. Well, whenever you're ready, eye color.
Eye color, right. Right. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, this bottle, if you drink from it, it won't taste like Kool-Aid, which is really nice and something new. And you'll be able to categorize yourself very easily, and just be able to recognize yourself and other people much more quickly. And it will just enable you to belong where you belong with no doubt as to where you belong.
Okay, you know, that's enough. Okay. You know, we don't really want to have cults and identification through eye color. It's more of a fun thing. And you're turning it into like color categorizing people and putting like a catalog of where they're, I'm not sure that's going to work out. Okay. So, you know, thank you.
Can I get a free bottle? Maybe.
We'll think about it. Okay. We'll think about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and mute yourself. Okay, James, please tell me where you're from, James.
No.
No, God, no.
Okay, I have been sitting here waiting patiently, being very in touch with myself while you have been recklessly interviewing these imps and peasants who just don't even have a fraction of my talent and my ability. And I have to say, I'm shocked that you are just so ignorant that you wouldn't even call on me in the first place. And secondly, the Me Too movement empowers me to not give you or not give into your ideas and what you want this to be. You laugh, but I mean, I'm taking this very seriously. And I haven't been being taken seriously at all, Ken Scove.
Okay, well, listen, you know, if you want to be part of the Me Too movement, whatever movement you're part of, that's fine with me. I'm just trying to do a commercial and cast it. And
I do not give out sexual favors for parts. Sorry.
Okay, well, I never asked for that. I never asked for. I don't know what's going on with you. Are you on medication? Or if you're not, you should be. You really should. You got some serious
like that, wouldn't you?
Anger issues.
I don't. And a matter of fact that, wow, you know, I really didn't notice, but you have lovely eyes, Ken.
Okay, what is wrong with you? Okay.
I would be okay if. Would you be okay, actually, if I got undressed a little bit?
No. Now I see what you're getting in touch with yourself, man.
I think that that this would be great. You know, why don't you come on over to my place?
Pee-wee,
we'll open a bottle of wine.
Yeah, okay.
I've got a dungeon. We've got all the greatest toys, you know, whatever it is you're into. Spanking.
50 Shades
props.
Of James. Okay.
50 Shades of Kent is what it's going to be all about.
Okay, I don't know. I don't even know what the hell's on your thing. What is this, like Slayer? Okay, okay. All right, I don't need to know. That's great. You have breasts. Okay, wonderful. Okay, you know what? This has been terrible. I don't know who screened you. I'm going to talk to our producer here. You know, this was the worst bunch of people. I'm sorry we all wasted each other's time, okay? So
I want you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, go away, all of you. Go away.
I got this role already.
Yeah, go away. Bye-bye. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this is one that doesn't know how to minimize. Get out. Get out. Leave. Oh my God. Well, that was bad auditions. That really was bad. So bad that it was even hard for me. Let's move on to a lighter game called the Bachelor. Now, before I bring out the Bachelor, I'm going to ask the four ladies to come out: Alex, Isabel, and Shelley. Actually, Maddie would have been the fourth. She's not here. So those three ladies, if you can come out. And I'm going to be telling you where you took Brian on his date for the Bachelor. So, Alex, you took him to a Walmart prison. I didn't even know they had prisons in Walmart, but they do. And so go ahead and get ready to be a Walmart shopper who obviously took him to a prison. Isabel, I can't believe this, Isabel. You took him to a Turkish bathhouse. Wow. Oh, seems like that was good for you. Well, have fun. Okay, we'll call you out second. And then Shelley, you took him to shock therapy. Okay, that should be interesting. Okay, some little shock therapy. So thank you, Shelley. We'll bring you out in a second. Okay, now the Bachelor now. We're down to just these three bachelorettes. So let's bring out our Bachelor, Brian. Brian, it's great to have you back on the show again. You know, it started with 20 bachelorettes, and now we've narrowed it down to just these three. This must be a pretty exciting day for you.
Yeah, it's been a long journey, really, truly. Lots of hard decisions, lots of ups and downs, obviously. But it's great to finally be at the top three, seeing which one of these ones I'm going to be taking.
Well, you know, now you have been decided where you wanted to take them on dates before, or our production staff decided on where we would send you on a date. This time, we let the ladies decide on where they wanted to send, take you. So all these were surprises. You got picked up by either one of our producers in a car, and then they drove you there, or the ladies themselves picked you up. And let's bring out Alex. She brought you to a Walmart prison. Now, I don't know if people knew it, that Walmart had a prison. I didn't know that, but I guess if people do something bad at Walmart, they have a prison. So, Alex, why did you bring Brian to the Walmart prison?
Yeah, like I just wanted to show him like where like he could end up. I mean, I don't know. Like I done my time, but it wasn't at Walmart. It was at Target, Costco.
Wait a minute, you're saying, Alex, all these places have prisons? Target and Costco?
Or Target, yeah. Lame, I'm saying Target, yeah. But I mean, yeah, you kind of just gotta look for them, but they're there. They're there.
Now, who do they put in these prisons in Walmart?
I mean, I got it because they caught me like they couldn't get me 3 years at Costco, but they finally got me. I managed to get 5 wine bottles, and they got me on the 6th, and they say they got proof, but it wasn't me on security cameras.
Okay, so were you saying you got 5 wine bottles, but you tried to steal a 6th? Is that what you're saying?
That's what they say.
Okay. All right, so Brian, you were with Alex, and she actually did do that. She got the 5 bottles and then tried to steal the 6th so that you guys would get thrown in the Walmart prison. What did you think about the date when you got into the prison?
Well, when I got into the prison, it was actually really kind of weird, Kent. The Walmart prison doesn't look that different from the actual Walmart.
Really?
Yeah, it's really odd. It's just like it's underground. It's below. Okay. So they have like a Secret Service elevator in the back. You go underneath, and it's like the exact same setup and everything, except for instead of like merchandise and food aisles, it's cells. But it looks relatively the same as a Walmart. They've got the save more or spend less, the motto and everything, just everywhere. It was really odd. And sitting in the cell for a while, I guess it wasn't terrible. It wasn't too bad. If I wanted anything, I asked the guard to go up and grab me a banana or whatever, and they got everything up there, so they take care of you a little bit.
So you and Alex got thrown in the cell because Alex tried to steal the 6th bottle of wine. What was your reaction to that when you got thrown into the jail?
To say the least, I was pretty terrified.
Turned on, you mean turned on?
Okay. Sure. Yeah. It was weird. I had never, I'm one of those good, clean track record guys. So having anything that could sort of taint that view of my perfectionism was really kind of scary. And yeah, I don't like run-ins with the law. I wasn't even sure if they're actual authority or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the legality of the situation, so that also was going through my head. But I mean, once we got down there, she actually managed to take a 7th bottle of wine. She had it hidden somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but we got to enjoy that in the cell. So I guess that was nice.
Okay. Well, listen, Alex, that was definitely a novel idea. I didn't know. I'm sure our viewers didn't even realize that Costco, Target, and Walmart have prisons below their stores. That is just amazing. Okay, well, we're going to bring you back after we bring out the other 2 bachelorettes, and then he's going to make a big decision today. So good luck to you, Alex, okay? Thank you. Okay, so the next one now is Isabel, and she took you to a Turkish bathhouse. So I'd like to hear why she decided to do that. Isabel? There she is. Isabel, now tell everybody why you decided to bring him to a Turkish bathhouse.
Well, I mean, obviously, the first benefit is knowing what one would be working with physically. You know, everything is out in the open, and there's really no question as to what's where and sizing and, you know, those types of issues. So, of course, there's that. And also to see how someone handles the pressure of being in such high temperatures and such steam and such heat, and then plunging into the cold, back and forth, seeing how they can deal with those environments says a lot about a person being under a little bit of physical duress.
Wow. Brian, sounds like she knows what she's talking about. What did you think when you began to walk into the Turkish bathhouse?
Well, it was a really interesting setting because, you know, what I would say is, like most people, you hear Turkish and your brain kind of goes towards Thanksgiving, to turkey. So I assumed that this was going to be like, this is where like the magic of Thanksgiving happens, right? Like this is where all the turkeys are prepared and where just everything is like waiting and ready to go. So going down there was a little bit of a surprise. I didn't think I was going to actually get to bathe with the turkeys, only to find out there are no turkeys there. But going back and forth between the hot and cold wasn't it's not going to be the last time I do that. It was kind of exhilarating.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you think when you walked in? There was just a bunch of nude people.
Well, I was a little thrown off. You know, again, I thought it was going to be all turkeys, like the bird. But to find out that it was people, I was like, oh, all right, well, I guess I can get along with this. You know, expectations were a little bit dampened, but it worked out.
Well, there wasn't a lot of turkeys, but there sure was a lot of cocks. Okay, well, listen, Isabel, we're going to bring you back out in just a second. Wow, Brian, this is getting really interesting. Wait till
it
you
sure is.
Shelley now. Shelley brought you to shock therapy. This should be really interesting. I can't wait to hear this one. So, Shelley, why did you decide to bring Brian to shock therapy?
Well, I once played a psychiatrist on TV, and I recognized that Brian is a very sad little man. He's severely depressed. And though he objected and said he was fine, I could tell because of my training. So it was out of his great concern that I took him to shock therapy. And look at him now. He's vivacious. He's happy. And that was my doing. It was on me. It's on me.
Okay, so Brian, you go into the doctor's office and they begin to put stuff on your body to shock you. What was your initial reaction?
You know, I had an open mind at first, but I really was confused as to what was happening. You know, I've been to the doctor. I've been through the normal doctor procedures. They put the thing on your arm, they pump it, it gets really tight. They look in your ears and your nose and your eyes with the things. I was like, oh, they're going to like check my vitals or something like that. And then they said they were going to hit me with the electricity. And that's when I was like, oh, you don't know if I want to go that far. And then I didn't have a choice. They turned it on and I went for it. So, it happened.
Wow. And what effect did it have on you? Shelley here is saying that it's actually helped you.
I mean, I feel more awake than I've ever felt. That's for sure. It hurt to shower for a little bit. I was a little crispy. I think they might have overdone it a little bit. So I'm really glad I went to the Turkish bathhouse before I went to this, because that could have been a disaster.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
now you didn't realize this part of Shelley because you'd gone out with her like 3 dates to get to this date. You had no idea she was into shock therapy, so that must have been a little scary for you.
Yeah, I mean, you could say it was a little bit of a shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, like I said, we've been on multiple dates, and there was no indication of electricity and shock therapy going on at all. So I was a little curious as to where that came in for her. But
well, where did it come in for you, Shelley?
I was very much turned on by the whole process. I liked seeing Brian jump. Like that, he has moves that I know I'd like to see more of those moves. Perhaps we can bring our own shock therapy together, but we've got that chemistry that I think it's our own shock.
Wow. When she shocked your navel to try and get you to go back to what it was like childbirth, what did that feel like?
It's something you can't really describe that feeling. It's weird. For a second I really did feel like I was a baby again.
Wow.
I don't know how that happened. It's like it triggered a memory response or something going on up there. It was really wild.
Okay. Well, Shelley, you stay out here. We're going to bring out Alex, who brought you to the Walmart prison, and Isabel, who brought you to the Turkish bathhouse. And let's bring them all up on the screen now so we can see everybody together. And now it's time for you, Brian, to eliminate one at a time. Oh, she's got the wine from the prison. That's amazing. The Walmart wine. Okay, so Brian, who are you going to eliminate first?
So it's a little hard, but I'm going to have to eliminate Alex first. Walmart prison was something I never wanted to experience, nor do I ever want to experience again. And even though I had a decent time, I don't know if I can stay with that.
Okay. Any closing comments, or Alex, before you leave?
I've broken out of prison before. I'll do it again. I'll kill you and your family. So, made a mistake.
Okay. Well, we got you 3 nights and 2 days at the LA County Jail. Okay, so you'll be able to go down there and
I'll be out. I'll be out within a day.
Okay, perfect. Okay, now you're down to just 2. Shelley, the shock therapist. Isabel, the Turkish bath lady.
Yeah. This one can't. It's really, really hard. Both of these things are 2 wonderful feelings and things that I wouldn't mind doing again. But I think I'm going to have to eliminate Isabel from the Turkish bathhouse. The varying temperatures is what throws me off. The shock therapy temperature kind of stays consistent the whole time. And it did bring back some fond memories of my youth. Going back and forth between hot and cold makes me feel like there's going to be some long-term effects there that I don't want to have to deal with. So it was a great time. It was a really nice experience. I'm sure I'll do it again. Isabel, I am so sorry.
Isabel?
Well, I will miss you the next time I'm in one of them, which will most likely be within the hour. So all my best to you. Hope you don't get electrocuted too badly.
Wow. Okay, well, Shelley, you won. How do you feel?
Delighted.
Excellent.
Delighted.
Excellent. Brian, we're very excited to let you know that we've set up Shelly is going to go down to Cedar Sinai with you right after we get off the air here, and you're going to be lobotomized. So thank you very much for being on The Bachelor.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Okay, well, that was The Bachelor. Boy, it gets tougher when you have to actually get a lobotomy as a winning present. Let's go on to a new game called Breaking Point, and it's a brand new show. It's debuting this fall. I'm going to bring out Andrea. Andrea is one of the producers on the show. Okay, Andrea, you're going to be having to break Carl and James. They're brothers. Okay? Now, here's what we're going to tell them. We're going to tell them that we are going to get them 2 dates from 2 Playboy bunnies. Okay? You work at the Hefner Mansion, okay? And you can arrange to get him 2 dates with these fabulous Playboy bunnies, okay? And they have to then break into Hefner's house, the mansion, and retrieve these 2 Playboy bunnies' diaries. Okay, they have to get the diaries. There's bad stuff in these diaries that could ruin both of their careers. They've said stuff against Hef and the mansion. They've got terrible things they might have said, and that's why they kept their diaries. Okay, and so now your job is, and of course this is all made up. None of this is true. We're just going to tell them that this is true, and that you work for Hugh Hefner, and you also feel bad for these 2 Playboy bunnies because it will ruin their careers, and it could also ruin the mansion. So you've got to get them to break in within 5 minutes. You've got to get them to say, I'm going to break in to the mansion, and we're going to get those girls' diaries, and then they'll be able to go on dates with the 2 Playboy bunnies. So we've furnished you with 2 pictures. Don't put the pictures on camera, but you can throw them in front of them just so they can see. It's Miss April and Miss March. This just came out. This is the new magazine.
But did they meet the girls for real?
No, they've never met them. They've never met them. That's why you're going to show them the pictures and say, we're going to get you guys.
Okay, so and we make up that they wrote these diaries that can ruin.
They can ruin their careers and also ruin Hefner's, and the mansion. So you want to get these diaries back to the 2 ladies, and if they do that, these 2 ladies will reward them with going out on a date. Now these guys are kind of, they don't get a lot of dates, so this should really excite them. But you've got to get them to say they'll break into the mansion to get these 2 diaries. Okay,
yeah,
I'm going to give you
because these 2 girls, they live into this mansion. We assume so they need to break in.
No, the girls don't live in the mansion anymore, but they kicked them out of the mansion, and they held onto their diaries because their diaries have expose in there that could ruin the mansion and perhaps also ruin the career of these girls. So they need to go get these diaries back. Now, this is made up. There is no diaries. But you have to tell them there's these girls' diaries to get the date and see if they'll say, we're going to break into the mansion and get the diaries for the girls, okay? I'm going to give you a 2-minute warning, so up the stakes. And I'll give you a 1-minute warning. And we got to get them to say they're going to break into the mansion. Once you say they're going to break into the mansion for these girls, you've broken them. If you can do that, Andrea, you're going to get $1,000 for a charity of your choice. If you can't, they get $1,000 each. Okay? All right, so let's set them up. I'm going to tell them that you work for Hugh Hefner Mansion. Okay? Let's bring in, if the producer could open the door and bring in Carl and James.
How's it going, guys?
Okay, good to see Carl and James. I know you guys are brothers, and you have an infatuation with the Playboy Mansion and stuff like that. We know that you guys, because we found out that you have a subscription. Both of you guys share that. You still live together in the family house that you guys inherited. But we know that you don't get a lot of dates. Okay, we know that you haven't been out on a lot of dates. Andrea might be able to get you dates with somebody at the Hefner Mansion because Andrea works for the Hefner Mansion. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he works for it. So he might be able to get you dates. Yeah, but I'm going to let him talk to you for 5 minutes.
The magazine I've been reading for since I was 10?
Yeah, right. And now, who is your favorite bunny, just by the way? James, who's your favorite bunny?
I mean, come on, this is really impossible to choose. But you know, I'm always you know what? I've always noticed I'm a sucker for Miss April.
Well, Miss April, I think Andrea, the one who just came out, Andrea knows her personally, and I know Carl, you had said you're a sucker for Mrs. March. Miss March.
March and April. I love both of them.
Yeah,
well,
well,
excellent.
you know,
Excellent. Okay, well, don't worry about it. I'm gonna let Andrea talk to you. He works for Hef. Now, guys, can I record this because we're recording this for a new Playboy series?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you know the Playboy channel was on for years, but now I'm going to record this. It's going to be on one of the channels. We haven't sold it yet, but we're working on it. Okay. So we'll record this. Okay. Can I just get a yes from you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
totally.
Put me on it.
Yes, of course.
Okay, Andrea, I'm going to go to the truck. I'm going to go to the truck. I'll be directing from the truck. Okay, you got 5 minutes to talk to these guys. Okay, have fun, Andrea.
Yeah.
My pleasure to meet you, Harlan James.
Cool. This is cool.
No, I know you are very, very committed customers, and it's really my pleasure. And I mean, let's be honest. You're two very good-looking guys, so I think you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
you think so?
Yeah. I think that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and your favorite Playboy bunnies are March and April. So spring.
Yeah. You know, this time of year. You know, get out the bathing suits, get out the girls.
Bunnies to come out and play.
It's that time.
I love looking at them in a good
Boobs.
way.
Yeah.
And we both share the magazines.
I mean, let me be. I mean, I want to be direct. Like, how was it? How was it? Because I know them personally, and
Oh, we think they're great. I mean, you know, they should keep doing what they're doing, and then, like, you know, do it even more.
No, I mean,
I think they should do it hard.
Yeah, really hard.
Like,
when you
totally hard.
Yo,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, James and I had this idea too. We had this idea where like they could literally just go around the camera and just take pictures of every little thing that happens at the house.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, James, what about the idea that we had where they could be inside the bathroom taking pictures of them?
Yeah. Oh my God. And how bad do you want to be in that bathroom right now?
Oh my God, I want to be in that bathroom.
I want to be in that bathroom so bad.
Oh, we're gonna do
the bathroom.
I mean,
have you ever been in that bathroom?
You have to.
No, but
you have to have gone there.
Go in that bathroom.
Totally.
Guys, let me
take us in that bathroom.
Let me tell you. Actually,
you could take pictures in the bathroom and then give them to us.
They did.
Yeah.
But really?
Wait,
they wrote about the bathroom. Like I read about the bathroom.
Get out.
Okay, this is sorry. This is really. Guys, so the bathroom. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of naughty, guys. I mean, I have to tell you that was a little too much. It was a little too much. I mean,
come on, really? I mean,
it's not really that big a deal.
You know, a couple of pics here and there.
Don't brag about it because that. I mean that was a little too much, and I
could be real though. You know, you can make it happen.
Actually, you did. I mean, it's in.
You did it?
Yeah, it's in the diary of this. Yeah.
Diary? Like high school girls like writing like in their
like, oh my God,
girls still do that?
Actually, Melissa started. She's Miss March, and then Cynthia. I mean, she followed along. Like they usually write on diary everything happens to them, especially when they date new guys.
Did they put pictures in there?
2 minutes,
guys. I just came from the mansion, and their diaries are there, and I don't know. I don't want to be in your shoes. Like if someone reads about your adventures.
No, like we're really good at not blabbing about anything. Like we put everything we do on like Twitter, but like nobody follows us, so it's like nobody.
Yeah, but everybody follow them. They are very popular. And that was even too much for their career.
Yeah, we follow them.
Really too much. Actually, guys, you are in luck. You are in luck.
What?
What?
You are in luck. Shh, but don't tell anyone because I could be fired.
We don't say anything. We promise.
This is, look carefully.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Keys
What is that?
to every door of the Playboy Mansion.
Holy fuck.
Right there, you have
all of them? Everyone.
Now,
the bathroom.
You can use them to break in, look for the diary in Melissa's room. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and get rid of them before it is too late for you and especially for the girls. We don't have much
We
time.
should totally keep them.
We
should have them. If there's anybody who should have them, it should be us.
We're the biggest fans.
We're the guys.
Point. That's my point. You should have these keys and break in right now. You only have 30 seconds.
You know what? I don't. It seems
it seems like a surefire thing. Like they're the keys. These are the keys. This is the thing.
Yeah. Listen,
it's now or never, man.
But you know what?
Now we're never gonna get this.
This could be illegal.
Yeah, well, you know, dude, April and March.
It's not about being illegal or illegal. It's like
date with us. Like
it's about being a man.
Dude,
we need these photos. I need this. Okay, if I've had a shitty year,
go.
I need this.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and bring me in. I think, Andre, you've broken James, who's the older brother, so therefore you did your job. Guys, he doesn't work for Hugh Hefner. He doesn't work for the mansion. Those are fake keys.
What?
He doesn't even know those Miss March or Miss April.
I saw them. They're real.
Yeah,
he literally just showed them to us.
Right, those are fake keys.
No, those are the keys.
Now he works.
We know
for
what
the
the
show.
keys look like.
Okay, listen, guys, for 1 second. Okay, he works for the show Breaking Point. I'm the executive producer and host of the show, and Andre is one of my segment producers. His job was to get you to say you'll break into the mansion to get the diaries. If he could do that, he gets $1,000 that he then gets to give to the charity of his choice. If he did not break you, then you guys would get $1,000. Now, he did break James, but he didn't necessarily break Carl. So, Carl, we're going to give you $1,000, Carl.
Well,
but your brother,
split two ways, right? I mean,
well, however you
we're a team.
You know, James,
we're a team. We
okay. Well,
Carl,
Andre, fantastic work. We might have broke up their relationship as brothers, and they'll never get in the Playboy
Dude, you
mansion.
give me my $500.
Okay. Shit, how about that?
Okay.
I swear,
this
I
has
will
been the
beat
show.
the shit out of you if you don't give me my money.
Point. We're
Come on.
done. Get them
You
off
owe
the
me.
air.
You know
This
you
is
owe me.
Breaking
You owe
Point.
me. I'm always looking out
Premiering
for
this
you.
fall.
I always do
It's
everything.
Better than Springer. Better than Maury. Get out of here.
This is unbelievable. I'm going to the mansion.
You're giving me the money first.
Hell no.
Yeah. Hell
No.
yes. Give me the money.
And give me back my magazines too.
Okay, wow. All right, let's bring the whole cast out for a second. We're going to go into our final game. And as I said, happy Easter, everybody. Bring everybody up so we can see them all. Okay, being that we only have room for one game left, the games we played have been fantastic today. So we can either do the word cut or the good, bad, worse. Just raise your hand if you want to do good, bad, worse. So I got 1, 2. Okay, so it looks like that's what we'll be doing. Okay, so we'll be ending on good, bad, worse. So I need Shelly and Alex and James to stay out here right now. Okay, now how we play good, bad, worse is I need advice. So I have to ask them for advice. In this particular case, Shelly is going to be giving me the good advice. Okay, Alex is going to be giving me the bad advice. And James is going to give me the worst advice. So we're going to start with Shelly. I'm going to ask you a question, Shelly. What would be the best way to break up with someone? Could you give me some good advice on how to do that? Oh, you have to unmute yourself, Shelly, or I'll never know your advice.
I think it's really important for you to be direct, but also empathetic. That's really, you know that this is hard for that person. I think it's very important, of course, that this is face-to-face. Don't do this over, text or something like that. It's a hard thing, but just be compassionate and be very direct.
Thank you.
Right? It's
okay.
you, not me.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Alex, can you give me some bad advice on how to break up with somebody?
Yeah, I mean, I think a way to break up with somebody would be to, don't even let them know directly. I say, you know, you follow each other on social media. I say you unfollow this person and everything. If you're in any classes with them, you know, if you're in school, you just transfer out of all those classes so you just don't see each other. You change lunches, get out of their friend group. And if you know, so that they just can't ask you anything. And so they'll take the hint eventually, but that's my advice.
Okay, James, can you give me the worst advice on how to break up with somebody? You're frozen, James. That might be the worst advice. Just ignore them and don't talk to them. He'll be right back. Let's see if he can come back. Here he is. All right, James, what's the worst advice? I can't hear you, though, James. That is the worst advice. I still can't hear you, James. We still can't hear you. I think you have your other mute. Boy, this guy's giving me the worst advice I've ever seen. This is really terrible. Okay, James, can you give me the worst advice? Your mic mute. No, you're still muted. You've switched to...
Be elusive. You want to be elusive. You don't want to show them your playbook, all right? You don't want to talk that much, you know? And when they least expect it, you want to drain their bank account. You want to bang their hotter sister. And then you just want to say, look, we're done. All right. Like, what did you expect? This was always going to, you know, this was inevitable. It was in the stars. It's not my fault. It's fucking yours.
Wow. You know, you were actually better when you were muted. Okay. Well, thank you, James. I don't know about that advice. Let's move James out and let's move Alex into the worst spot. Shelly's going to be bad now. We're going to bring Brian in, and hopefully Brian can give me some good advice. Brian? Here's Brian. Okay. So now here's something I need to know. If I'm pulled over by a police officer, Brian, and he's walking up to the car, and of course I put my hands on the wheel to let him know I'm, you know, not going to do anything wrong here, but I ran a red light. What should I say to the policeman when I roll down my window?
First, you want to start off being as respectful as possible. Address him as sir, you know, ask him all the good questions and all that stuff. Answer his questions directly as possible. You know, tell him the honest truth. You know, no need to lie. Just tell him you blew it. It was dangerous. I won't do it again.
Thank you, Brian. Shelly, can you give me some bad advice?
I think you should give him a piece of your mind. You know, he does not the boss of you, all right? He can't just push you around. So you tell him, listen, dude, I don't freaking care what you're trying to say to me. I'm my own person.
Okay. Alex, give me the worst possible advice.
Yeah, my advice, if, you know, you get pulled over is, you know, they're coming up to the car, they ask license, registration. You just do nothing. You do nothing. You don't get anything out. You just sit there. And as they're saying, you know, like, hey, either you show it to me or we're going to have some problems, or, you know, they'll say, like, get out of your car, and you say, make me. So they'll try to get in, but as they're reaching in, you hold on to them and you speed off, hanging on to them.
Wow. So I dragged the policeman. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. That is the worst possible advice. I'm probably not going to be doing that one. Okay. So we're going to move Alex out. We're going to move Brian over to bad advice. Shelly would be the worst advice now. And we're going to bring Isabel in to give me some good advice. So, all right, Isabel, I'm going to ask you this. What would be the best way to, say, learn to potty train a new puppy? Can you give me some advice on how to potty train a new puppy?
Well, wee-wee pads are a great start to just get them used to having one spot to do that. If they're a little dog for indoors, or if you'd prefer to train them outdoors, then you just want to go to one specific spot every time. Just get them used to those places so they know that that is the place to do that. That's a very good start.
Wow, that probably would work with humans. Brian, can you give me some bad advice on how to potty train my dog?
Yeah. So they make potty training potties. I know they're for people, but I think if you put a dog on one, you know, you sit it there, you tell it to pee. It should do the trick. And when it's good enough on the potty training toilet, that's when you can put it on the real toilet. Now, I know the real toilet might be a little too big for certain types of dogs, but that's okay. You don't need to worry about that.
Okay. Probably not good for Chihuahuas, though. So Shelley, can you give me the worst possible advice on how to potty train my dog?
So if you see the dog going to the bathroom inside, you should just scream at it, like really, really super loud. You're awful dog, you're the worst dog, you're a bad dog. And then if you can, if you can grab the dog and really just shove its little face and nose into that spot, they'll learn pretty quickly.
Wow. Okay. I'm sure you're probably a wonderful mother. Okay, well, thank you, Shelley. We're going to have you go bye-bye now. And we're going to move Brian over to the worst possible advice. Isabel will now be giving me bad advice. And we're going to bring Carl in, see if Carl can help me out and give me some good advice. Okay, here's your question. The in-laws tend to drop in a lot, unexpected.
Of course.
Can you give me some good advice? They're not they're my in-laws. They're not my parents. They're my wife. So give me some advice on how to deal with in-laws that just drop in all the time.
Well, first off, I would say make them feel at home. And advice that I've been given is just treat them as though they were your parents, look after them. And, I don't want to sound like, you're talking about a pet here, but look after them, make sure that they're well fed at your house, they're drinking, they're well nourished, everything, show them where the bathroom is. Just make them feel as though they are at home themselves, and they will like you. And that's what you want.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm trying to get them maybe not to drop over as much, but I see what your point is. Isabel, can you give me some bad advice?
Well, I would say the thing to do would be just every time they do pop over, you just pick a fight with them. Either one. And the best is to get them to start fighting with each other, because then, they don't want to do that as much in front of you. So if you know that there's one thing that, the mother-in-law hates, or the father, just whichever one, you really screwed up that golf game, that kind of thing. If they start fighting every time you're over there because of you, or if you pick fights, they'll probably tend to stay away a little bit.
Okay, thank you. Brian, what's the worst possible advice to deal with my in-laws who just drop in unexpectedly?
You want to get them out of your house as forcefully as they got in to your house, right? They open the door, they walk in, they're like, hey, we're here. Push them, get them out, shove them out, throw them out. Wow. Do whatever you need to do. If you have a second story, take them up to the second story, open your window, get them out.
Okay, Brian, thank you. We're going to have Brian drop out now, and we're going to bring Isabel into the worst spot. Carl gets to now be bad, and we're going to bring Andre in for the first time, who's going to give me good advice. Okay, so here's your thing, guys. Let's say a friend betrayed me, Andrea. How should I deal with my friend who betrayed me?
So first, you shouldn't act on an impulse. You want to ask many open-ended questions and really try to understand this point of view, or their point of view, and then you want to probably make some time to deal with that. Maybe a couple of hours, a couple of days, and really try to be reasonable and understanding as much as you can.
Thank you, Andrea. Carl, some bad advice on how to deal with a friend betrayal?
Yeah, so I would say don't say anything to them at all. Honestly, just ignore them, ghost them, as the kids say nowadays. And then I would also, on all your social media accounts, just start posting a lot of stuff like, I hate my life, people suck, I can't trust people, my friends are terrible. Just really hype it up that you're angry, and then when they would try to respond to it, try to talk to you, again, ghost them, just ignore them, and they'll get the message.
Wow. Okay, Isabel, how about the worst possible advice for a friend betrayal?
Well, you would want to create some fake social media accounts and some fake articles with some manufactured evidence saying that they're racists, that they're whatever phobic that you want to put in there, And then you also, at that point, once it's all done, you want to call their job and alert them to this, because of course they need to know.
So you just want me to cancel them? Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, you're out now, Isabel. We're going to move Carl up to the worst spot. Andrea goes into the bad. And we're going to bring back James now. James is going to give me some good advice. Okay. So here we go, guys. let's say I get caught in a lie. James, maybe my girlfriend or my significant other caught me in a lie. James, what should I do?
Well, the first thing to do is stop the lie and admit that you're having a little bit of a problem, and sit down and have an open and honest conversation filled with understanding and with great compassion, and a strong relationship will be able to work through anything.
Thank you, James. Very nice. Andrea, can you give me some bad advice on that one?
Oh yeah, of course. You keep lying. You only need to make up new lies in order to make sense of the first lie and support that first lie. So it's just a little. It can be a little annoying because it's a lot of work, but you can make it.
Okay, Carl, what's the worst advice?
I mean, so I had this friend that had a similar situation, and he kind of just got rid of the problem, if you know what I mean. And the problem being, of course, whoever caught you in that lie. If you just get rid of them, you won't ever have to worry about that again. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, thank you. I think I get your point. Well, we got one more. Carl's going to jump out. Andrea now moves to the worst advice. James, the bad advice. And we'll bring back in Alex to give me good advice. And now they've all got to play all three roles. And I've got so much advice now. So here we go, Alex. Let's see. Sometimes I have some really loud neighbors, how would I deal with that? Can you give me some advice on how to deal with loud neighbors?
Yeah, I would definitely contact them first. Even if you just knock on their door and say, like maybe you have to get up early in the morning, maybe you go to bed earlier, and just so that they know that you're kind of having an issue, as long as they're in the loop. And if it still escalates, I say talk to the property manager if you're in an apartment, or see like who higher up you can go to if it continues to be a problem.
Okay, well, thank you. That was great advice. James, can you give me some bad advice on how to deal with loud neighbors?
Dealing with any kind of neighbor that gives you a problem, the first thing you're going to do is knock on their door and scream, "Hey, asshole, turn it down." And if they're unresponsive, you break into their basement and start screwing with their plumbing or their electrical stuff, like their circuit breakers, make their house go crazy. Make it, do whatever kind of property damage that you got to do to make your point clean and clear, that you need to get them in line. And if that's not good enough, all right, fine. Yeah, fine, cut me off. I got good advice, but no.
And Andrea?
Oh, you blew up their apartment. It's going to be super loud just for a moment, maybe a little loud for a couple of hours, the cops, the firemen, and then it's going to be really quiet for good.
Well, this has been my good, bad, and worst advice, and this has been our show, so let's bring the whole cast in here right now. Boy, you guys did a great job again on Easter. Hopefully very enlightening for people. They got advice from you guys. They know how to deal with bachelors. They know how to deal with breaking point. They'll be playing that at home. We might get some kids in trouble. Again, I'm Ken Scove. Let's introduce our cast. Alex.
Thanks, guys. Happy Easter.
James.
Happy Easter. Thanks for watching.
Andrea.
Thank you for watching, and happy Easter.
Brian.
Thanks, y'all. Happy Easter.
Shelley.
Thank you for stopping by. Happy Passover and happy Easter.
Isabel.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody.
And Carl.
Happy Easter, and I'm glad the Easter Bunny kept quiet in here for a long time tonight.
We'll see you guys in 4 weeks with this cast, and we have a new player joining them next time. So we'll see you in 4 weeks with a brand new show.